She didn't raise her voice at all. No echo rolling down the hall. No door was slammed, no glass was thrown, just space that felt too full alone. She looked at me, then looked away, like a light that knows it shouldn't stay. And in the hush, I heard it clear, the loudest thing I couldn't hear. Her silence was louder than anything she'd said. It pulled the breath from every wall and settled in my head. No scream, no storm, no final word, just quiet that I clearly heard. The mug was still, the clock was wrong, the room forgot its morning song. But I could feel what she had meant in every soundless accident. Her silence was louder than anything she'd said. It pulled the breath from every wall and settled in my head. No scream, no storm, no final word, just quiet that I clearly heard. Now every time I speak alone, it's to the silence she had shown. The toast was gone, but crumbs remained. She laughed as if the world explained. The plate was tilted, butter soft, and silence held a little loft. She traced the rim with lazy care. The jam still lingered here and there. No need to talk, no need to move, just rhythm in our gentle groove. Morning between the crumbs we made, with half-spilled tea and napkins laid. No perfect lines, no practiced grace, just warm, still shining on her face. She grinned before she wiped her hand, like mornings always understand. Morning between the crumbs and laugh, a story slow, a quieter path. I'd take this moment just like this, with nothing more than toast and bliss. No need to clear the table fast. These crumbs were made for us to last. The chairs were turned the way you liked, still angled soft, still catching light. Two mugs were warm, the steam was thin. The day began where you had been. I didn't move a single thing. The napkin fold, the silver ring. Your seat still caught the early sun, as if your day was just begun. Chairs facing the light, like they remembered you just right. Before the toast, before the thread, still waiting there, still open wide, as if you'd come and sit beside. I took my sip, the silence played. A breeze came in, but didn't stay. I thought I heard your coffee stir, but all it held was memories blurred. Chairs facing the light, like they remembered you just right. Before the toast, before the thread, still waiting there, still open wide, as if you'd come and sit beside. Not everything fades is gone. Some chairs still wait with sunlight on. The coffee danced inside her cup. She stirred it slow, then looked up. The spoon tapped once, then caught the rim. She laughed and light came pouring in. The Jam was red, the toast was thin. The radio barely settled in, but she just hummed above the sound and spun the morning all around. She stirred the day with laughter, with sugar, light and steam. No plans to chase, no roles to play, just joy beneath the cream. The hours slipped without a script, she made the silence sing. She stirred the day with laughter and didn't change a thing. The clock forgot its need to chime. She moved like rhythm out of time. Her hands were light, her words were few, but everything she touched felt new. She stirred the day with laughter, with sugar, light and steam. No plans to chase, no roles to play, just joy beneath the cream. The hours slipped without a script, she made the silence sing. She stirred the day with laughter and didn't change a thing. Now every quiet morning hums with echoes of how she comes. The mug was full, the light was thin. She sat where morning drifted in. The window cracked just wide enough to let the breeze disturb the cup. The steam rose soft, then curled away like something sweet she didn't say. She held the rim, then let it be, and watched the leaves move carefully. A breeze through the window steam told stories softer than a dream. No sudden gusts, no thunder, all just quiet air that touched the soul. She didn't speak, she didn't leave, just smiled through the window steam. The curtain danced, then settled back. She traced her name along the black of tabletop, now warm and still, where time forgot to test its will. A breeze through the window steam told stories softer than a dream. No sudden gusts, no thunder, all just quiet air that touched the soul. She didn't speak, she didn't leave, just smiled through the window steam. Some mornings pass without a sound, but leave a light that stays around. toast was warm but left alone. She watched the steam as it had grown. No clock to press, no need to blush, just cream that danced without a rush. The sunlight landed on her hand like it already knew her plan. The day began but didn't push, and cream stirred without a rush. She took a sip, then met the light, and morning folded into quiet right. I almost called but stopped halfway. Her name got lost inside the day. The steam rose up and slipped right through, like all the things I meant to do. Her seat was warm but out of reach. I searched for words I couldn't teach, just syllables that felt the same but never formed her full true name. Half her name still lingers here in folded napkins, quiet, clear. It hangs inside the morning spread, too soft to speak, too close to death. I whisper low but not the same. I only say half her name. The spoons don't clink, the floorboards hush, as if they knew not to rush. I sip alone and close my eyes and feel her pass like softened light. Half her name still lingers here in folded napkins, quiet, clear. It hangs inside the morning's breath, too soft to speak, too close to death. I whisper low but not the same. I only say half her name. Some things we lose but keep the frame, like I still do with half her name. The cup was there before the light. She moved so slow, the day felt right. Her fingers danced, the spoon just swayed, like every sip knew why she stayed. No rush, no clock upon the wall, just quiet steps and curtain fall. She hummed a tune I didn't know and poured the sunrise soft and low. She stirred the morning in with cream and quiet grin. The window caught her hair just so. The toast turned gold. The breeze moved slow. No louder voice, no need to spin. She simply stirred the morning in. She didn't talk, but I could hear each clink of peace she left me near. The way she filled the room with calm, like sugar melted into balm. She stirred the morning in with cream and quiet grin. The window caught her hair just so. The toast turned gold. The breeze moved slow. No louder voice, no need to spin. She simply stirred the morning in. And though the cup is cold today, that moment never stirred away. Footsteps met the wooden floor. The kettle sighed, you closed the door. No need to speak, no need to try. The light was slow, the eggs still dry. I poured the cream, you caught it midair. A glance, a grin, a breath we share. The rhythm lived in smaller things, in folded napkins, clinking rings. We moved like morning, soft and slow. No rush to be, no need to show. Just brushing past in quiet sync. Two mugs that meet before we think. The world began but didn't know we'd already found our glow. The paper stayed unopened wide, but you still reached to sit beside the window, watched without a sound as sunlight danced where we were found. We moved like morning, soft and slow. No rush to be, no need to show. Just brushing past in quiet sync. Two mugs that meet before we think. The world began but didn't know we'd already found our glow. Some love walks loud and seeks the sun, but ours just woke and softly spun. Her hands were still, her eyes were low. The room forgot which way to go. She reached the cup but didn't drink, and left too much for me to think. The steam was gone, the light stood thin. She traced the rim and pulled it in. No word had left her mouth that day, but somehow I heard her walk away. Before she spoke, I already knew. The quiet cracked the morning through. No need for sound to feel it break. Some things you hear too late to take. The table held the space just right, but shadows moved instead of light. She sat like something barely stayed, in silence begged to be obeyed. Before she spoke, I already knew. The quiet cracked the morning through. No need for sound to feel it break. Some things you hear too late to take. She never said what made me choke, but I broke before she spoke. She walked the way she always did, the softest floor, the silence hid. The kettle sighed, the curtain swayed, but nothing else called her to stay. The door was left a little wide, as if her voice would slip inside, but every sound just chose to rest, and quiet stayed after her steps. No echo followed where she went, just stillness bent with her intent. The room exhaled, the table knew that even time had missed her too. The steam she left began to fade. The folded napkin didn't wave. light grew soft across the floor and waited there, but nothing more. No whisper stirred the air again, just what was there and what had been. She didn't speak, she didn't guess, but quiet stayed after her steps. And in that hush I see her yet, where quiet stayed. And won't forget. She tapped the knife beside her plate. The morning light was running late, but still she smiled without a cue as steam curled from the breakfast brew. The toast was crisp, the butter cold, a quiet rhythm taking hold. She watched it soften slow and true, then said, "This day feels almost new." She smiled before the butter melted, like joy was something gently dealt in. A simple glance is soft and spread, the kind that stays inside your head. The room was warm, the table wide. She pushed the crumbs to one small side. No rush, no need to find a phrase, just peace in how the morning stays. She smiled before the butter ran, like sunlight cupped in just one hand. A quiet grace, a rising steam that holds the weight of simple dreams. And long after the toast was gone, her smile still lingered on. She always sat by morningside, one hand on steam, the other wide. The cushion sank, the sunlight stayed, and I believe she might have stayed. Now nothing moves, but I can tell the chair still holds her quiet well. It leans the way she used to turn. It doesn't ask, it doesn't yearn. The chair knows more than I can say. It kept her shape, it faced her way. No need for talk, no need for proof. It carries all the softer truth. She may have gone, she may have passed, but that one chair remembers. remembers last. I dust it off, but not too much. Still leave her mark, still feel her touch. The seat still curves just like her frame, like it still listens when I say her name. The chair knows more than I can say. It kept her shape, it faced her way. No need for talk, no need for proof. It carries all the softer truth. She may have gone, she may have passed, but that one chair remembers last. So I don't cry and I don't pray. I sit where she once stayed. She didn't rush to take her place. The chair was still, the air had space. Her hands moved slow, the coffee cold, but light waited on the fold. A napkin creased with quiet care. Her touch was soft, no need to stare. No words were said, no story told, just light waiting on the fold. And no one asked where she had been. The morning didn't lean or spin. It only held what she still holds, that light waiting on the fold. The cup was full but didn't steam. The silence curled into a dream, and time sat back so gently rolled, where light waited on the fold. She left no sound, she left no trace, but warmth still stayed upon that place. A softness nothing could unfold, just like waiting on the fold. So every dawn without her face, that fold still holds the quiet grace. She held the spoon above the cup, the cream still swirling, just enough. No need to speak, no need to move. The morning found its quiet groove. Her fingers paused, the window glowed. The steam rose slow, the rhythm slowed. She didn't rush, she let it stay, like sunlight choosing where to lay. Sunlight waited on the spoon, soft as a humming tune. The world stood still, the cups were near, and all we needed lingered here. No sudden words, no heavy swoon, just sunlight waiting on the spoon. She smiled once and stirred it in, like time itself was tucked within. I watched it fall, I didn't ask. Some love just wears a gentler mask. Sunlight waited on the spoon, soft as a humming tune. The world stood still, the cups were near, and all we needed lingered here. No sudden words, no heavy swoon, just sunlight waiting on the spoon. Now every pore brings back her tone, a warmth that waited on its own. She held the mug but didn't drink. The steam just rose, the light turned pink. The chair was still, the cloth was plain, but something soft had brushed the frame. A page half turned beside her cup, the sugar stirred but not enough. She traced the rim, then let it go, and in that pause the morning slowed. A breeze between her hands, no reason, no demand, just time that drifted quiet like footprints in the sand. She didn't chase the sound, she didn't make a plan, just felt the day begin. A breeze between her hands. The window hummed a silent tune, the napkin folded near too soon. She blinked but didn't seem to see, just felt the warmth and let it be. A breeze between her hands, no clocks to understand, just quiet spilling gently like sunlight on the pan. She let the stillness grow. She never had to stand, just lived a moment slow, a breeze between her hands. The cup stayed full, the time stayed kind. She kept the air she couldn't find, and never tried to understand the breeze between her quiet hands. Two cups sat by the wooden sill. The morning air was soft and still. You poured the cream, I watched it swirl like time, and nowhere else to whirl. The napkins leaned, the toast was warm. Your elbow brushed me like a charm. You smiled before the butter spread, and nodded like nothing had to be said. Two cups and a window breeze, the kind of calm that never leaves. A gentle sip, a glance, a hum, like life was quietly undone. The curtain danced against the glass as lazy minutes slowly passed. You tapped your spoon with no real aim, but somehow it still whispered my name. Two cups and a window breeze, no rush, no plans, no guarantees, just sunlight resting on your sleeve. And knowing you were there with me. The day moved on, but we just stayed. Two cups and nothing more to say. She tipped the pot with steady grace, no hurry in her hands or face. The sound was soft, the stream was low, like morning breathing, warm and slow. Each drop fell into porcelain calm, no need for words, no voice, no song. She filled the mug, then looked my way, and everything just felt okay. There's a quiet rhythm in her pour, like she's been here 1,000 mornings more. The way she moves, the way she stays, unspoken comfort in her ways, no louder joy I could implore than the quiet rhythm in her pour. The room was bare, the sky still pale, but she brought light without a trail. She smiled like steam across the room, and time forgot to race or dim. There's a quiet rhythm in her pour, like she's been here 1,000 mornings more. The way she moves, the way she stays, unspoken comfort in her ways. No louder joy I could implore than the quiet rhythm in her pour. Some love is loud and some is more, like the hush that lives within her pore. Steam rising slow, the table set, the morning calm, the toast still wet. You handed me the sugar spoon, the light had barely touched the room. No words were said, but eyes were clear. Your hand brushed mine, then lingered near. 2 cups between, the space was small, but warm enough to say it all. A smile between the cups was all we had and all we need. No polished phrase, no grand hello, just quiet where the heart could lead. The day began, the world kept up, but we were held between the cups. You stirred your drink, then looked away. I sipped and watched the sugar sway, and in that hush the moment stayed, like something neither time nor fate. A smile between the cups was all we had and all we needed. No polished phrase, no grand hello, just quiet where the heart could lead. The day began, the world kept up, but we were held between the cups. Some love is loud, some love just shows in sips, and how the silence knows. Two chairs sat still in morning haze. No words, no sound, just softened rays. The steam had cooled, the cups were right, they stayed beneath the window light. Her coat still draped across the side, the spoon untouched, the napkin tied. The air stood calm, the dust held tight around the chairs and window light. And no one asked where she had gone. The room just breathed and carried on. your name, not loud but slight, from chairs beneath a window light. She didn't speak, but I could hear the way she moved, the way she steered. The kettle tipped, the silence stayed, and in that still, the morning played. Her hand moved slow, the cream fell wide, a spiral soft, then tucked inside. No music played, no clock was loud, but time was warm, and we were proud. There was soft rhythm in her pour, like footsteps brushing hardwood floor. No sudden laughs, no spinning spins, just love that lives in quiet things. Each drop she gave, I wanted more. The softest rhythm in her pour. Half-closed eyes, the sun reflected calm replies. No need to chase what flew ahead. She made the stillness sing instead. There was soft rhythm in her pour, like footsteps brushing hardwood floor. No sudden laughs, no spinning spins, just love that lives in quiet things. Each drop she gave, I wanted more. The softest rhythm in her pour. Now when I pour, I feel her weight, a steady grace that chose to stay. The table held the morning glow. She moved with care, a touch too slow. The breeze was soft, the rush was none. A napkin folded with the sun. The cup was near, the steam rose light. Her hands stayed still in yellow white. She smiled though no words had begun, just napkins folded with the sun. No casually spun through napkins folded with the sun. She left no sound, no chair to scrape, just linen pressed to gentle shape. And though the day had just begun, she left a napkin with the sun. The spoon still sat where she had placed. The air still held her subtle grace. And morning stories softly won, with napkins folded with the sun. So light remains where she once stayed. A fold, a glow, a hush that stayed. The morning came without a sound. No footsteps touched the coffee ground. The chair she chose was still askew, as if it waited just for two. The kettle whined and fell to rest. The cup untouched, the air compressed. No scent of cream, no soft hello, just echoes only I could know. Nothing stirred the wooden floor, no shadow slipped beneath the door. She left the hush I couldn't break, a silence even time won't shake. Her sweater hung behind the chair, still shaped like she was softly there. The dust had settled on her book, but every page still held her look. Nothing stirred the wooden floor, no wind, no step, no turning more. The room just breathed the way it knew, and held her shape the whole way through. So I remain and nothing more, where nothing stirred the wooden floor. of steam that once had curled so high, now fading with a slower sigh. She didn't take the light with her, she left it resting by the stir. A trace of cream, a silent rim, the room still full because of him. No clock had moved, no page was turned. The morning came but never burned. Her place was just the way she'd write, a mug still there inside the light. She didn't take the light away, she left it where the stillness lay, a kind of echo, soft and small, that made the air remember all. And every time the sun falls right, her mug still sits inside the light. She didn't say the words she meant, just placed her cup with calm intent. The breeze came in, the curtains swarmed, and that's where the smile landed warm. No need to laugh, no jokes to trade. The light was soft, the coffee stayed. She glanced and let the morning form a place where the smile landed warm. No promises, no lines rehearsed, just sunlight blooming in reverse. No sound, but still a quiet storm begins where the smile landed warm. She stirred the cream, then turned her gaze. The table caught those quiet rays. The spoon was still, the chair conformed to hold where the smile landed warm. The room remembered what she gave, without a word, without a wave. The air grew soft, the steam transformed right there where the smile landed warm. And every morning ever since still leads into that silent hymn. sway, but no wind came. The light slipped in, but not the same. It touched the rim, it kissed the chair, but left no warmth, just softened there. Your mug was near, but you were not. The steam had stilled, the day forgot. And though the sky began to glow, the room refused to let it show. Light poured without a sound across the walls, across the ground. It knew the way but didn't stay, just passed through what you left that day. No voice, no footstep, no rebound, just a light that poured without a sound. The plate was clean, the paper bare. Your presence hung in quiet air, and every glint the sunlight drew just whispered once, then turned from view. Light poured without a sound across the walls, across the ground. It knew the way but didn't stay, just passed through what you left that day. No voice, no footstep, no rebound, just light that poured without a sound. And in the hush where you once moved, the morning came but never proved. Held the cup with quiet hands. The morning paused, it didn't land. A breeze came through, but didn't stay, like something soft that slipped away. The sugar stirred, the steam grew thin. You didn't speak, you looked within, and I could tell before the sound that something wouldn't stick around. The lesson told me more than every word we said before. No need for lines, no final tone, just warmth that faded on its own. The light still danced across your lips, but I was gone before the last sip. The table stayed, the chairs still faced, but time had lost its gentle pace. And though you smiled like more song. It felt like something moved along. The last sip told me more than every word we said before. No need for lines, no final tone, just warmth that faded on its own. The light still danced across your lips, but I was gone before the last sip. Some endings don't arrive too loud. They float like steam above a cloud. She held it close with both her hands, the rim still warm from where it stands. The steam rose slow, the world stood still, and time obeyed her quiet will. She looked at me, then took a sip. The light had landed on her lip, and in the swirl of cream and black, I swore that mug had smiled. The mug that smiled back. No need for more than that. No fancy lines, no morning script, just coffee, steam, and fingertips. The day began on tracks we lack, with just one love that smiled back. We didn't rush, we didn't plan. The moment cupped between her hands. No headline came, no message pinged, just silence warmed by porcelain rings. The mug that smiled back. No need for more than that. No fancy lines, no morning script, just coffee, steam, and fingertips. The day began on tracks we lack, with just one mug that smiled back. Some love speaks soft in sips and cracks like warmth from the mug that smiled back. The morning came with soft and blue. The kettle sang, the sky peeked through. I set your cup where you would be, but all the quiet turned to me. The jam was sweet, the toast was warm, but something missed its second form. The chair stayed still, the lights sat low, and time moved on too soft, too slow. You're not far, but not quite near. Still I reach like you were here. The air feels light, the mug is clean, but still it holds what might have been. The world goes on so quietly, but it's still empty beside me. I hum the tune you used to start. It echoed faint, then fell apart. The spoon just spun and made its round, like waiting for a second sound. You're not far, but not quite near. Still I reach like you were here. The air feels light, the mug is clean, but still it holds what might have been. The world goes on so quietly, but it's still empty beside me. And even spring with all its light can't fill your missing sight. The cup was full, the light was low. She held it close, then let it go. No clink, no sigh, no softening breath, just warmth that lingered after death. The steam had barely touched the air when silence pulled away her chair. She didn't wait for it to rise, just turned before it reached her eyes. Before the steam could speak, she vanished from the week. No parting word, no bitter tea, just space where she used to be. The morning held its fragile heat, but lost her before the steam could speak. The window blurred, the table stayed. The air grew cold where light once played. And though I reached, I touched no trace, just quiet filling up her place. Before the steam could speak, she vanished from the week. steam could speak. Now every cup I raise alone still whispers words she never told. She turned them up with quiet care, a chip along the handle there. The saucer danced, the tea was strong, and nothing in the morning rushed along. The spoon made circles small and light, the butter dish caught morning's white. No gold, no thrill, no sudden spark, just something soft that found its mark. Slow joy in ceramic things, like warmth the silence slowly brings. A cup, a plate, a softened tone, where being seen feels like home. No spotlight rush, no echo rings, just slow joy in ceramic things. She placed her hand on mine, then let the sugar stir. Would we forget the clink, the pour, the gentle steam, all whispered more than any dream. Slow joy in ceramic things, like warmth the silence slowly brings. A cup, a plate, a softened tone, where being seen feels like home. No spotlight rush, no echo rings, just slow joy in ceramic things. And every shelf still quietly sings of slow, sure joy in ceramic things. The kettle sang, then took a breath. She smiled and brushed her curls to left. The cup was full, the light was plush, and cream stirred without a rush. She didn't speak, she didn't sigh. The morning moved, just drifting by. A silver spoon, a softened hush, and cream stirred without a rush. Time slowed where her fingers curled. The quiet spilled into the world. She let the moment gently crush as cream stirred without a rush. The toast was warm, but left alone. She watched the steam as it had grown. No clock to press, no need to blush, just cream that danced without a rush. The sunlight landed on her hand, like it already knew her plan. The day began. and met the light in morning, folded into quiet.